In today's video, I'm going to use a Dollar Tree canvas, but not in the way that you think. I got a brand new product to try out, and boy, oh boy, you are not going to believe what I was able to achieve using a few inexpensive products. Hello, my friend. Today, I have a happy accident that led to me creating a really unique, one of a kind piece of art. And it started off with a Dollar Tree canvas. This is the 2-pack that they sell at the Dollar Tree for $3. And I'm not going to use it in the way that you think. So I was going to open up one of my canvases and I used a pair of scissors and I ripped it. And I said, boy, what can I do with this now? I can't believe that I ripped this canvas. I was so mad. And I threw it away, not thinking. And then it dawned on me, I should not have done that. I could have used the canvas itself for an art project. So what I did was I went to the Dollar Tree and picked up a 2-pack of their inexpensive canvases. They were 2 for $3. I removed the staples from the frame on the first one and I put it to the side. Then I took the second canvas and I just cut it off of the frame. The reason why I did that was because for the first frame, I'm going to incorporate that into the piece of art. The second frame I didn't need. So my idea was I want to try to build a piece of 3D wall art using these cheap canvases. And I'm going to let you know it worked. And boy, oh boy, did it work. It came out beautiful. So the first thing I did was just trimmed off the edge of the first canvas that I removed from the frame. And then I drew out a basic leaf pattern. I then cut that out and I traced it along this entire piece of canvas and made a bunch of leaves out of it. The second canvas I removed from the frame, I took and I cut it into long strips. The strips were approximately 3/4 of an inch wide. And then I cut them into individual little pieces that were an inch and a quarter long. So 1 1/4 inches long. And I did this to that entire second canvas. And then you're going to end up with a whole bunch of these little strips. And we're going to put those to the side for now. The next thing I picked up for my idea was a very thin piece of wire from Home Depot. They sell it in the electrical department, and it was, I don't know, $4 for 3 feet of it. It was really cheap. You want to just test it out and make sure that it bends and holds its shape. And again, you want to look for the thinnest piece that you can find. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into pieces. You'll see here I'm using my frame to kind of judge how long I need the piece to be. And I'm going to turn it into branches, okay? So we're going to cut a bunch of these pieces. We're going to twist them together because they will twist together. If you've ever worked with jewelry wire, you'll know a really thin gauge jewelry wire, you're able to twist it and mold it into shape. So that's what you're looking for. And in fact, if you can find a thicker jewelry wire like this, you can just use that for this part. But anyway, I twisted my little pieces of electrical wiring together to create some branches. And my idea is to attach this branch to the frame from the canvas. Now, the way you're going to do this is you're going to pick up some fix-all glue from the Dollar Tree. You're going to make sure that several parts of that branch that you've made make contact with the wooden frame so it holds it all together. And once you glue it down with the fix-all, you're going to leave it there for like 6 hours to dry. And then when you come back, it's going to be attached to the frame. It won't fall off. So you'll see there, I'm a little bit off camera. I apologize, but I put a big wad of glue in that corner of the frame and I just butted the end of the wire up to it. And then I put a big wad on some of the tips of the branches in the frame and made sure that they made contact. You'll also notice I have a piece of baking paper underneath this frame. You can use wax paper, anything that's non-stick that the glue won't adhere to because, if you don't put something down underneath it, there's a chance you're going to glue your frame to your table, okay? So let it sit for about 6 hours. And then if you want to come back in and add a few more pieces to the ones that are already attached, you can do that. You can see there's a few extra pieces that I've added here that I'm now gluing down. You just want to take it slow. Get that first main structure to attach to the frame and then come back in and add a few extra branches if you want. So here is what it's looking like so far. I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to spray paint everything with this beautiful gold spray paint. And once we do that, this is what it's going to look like. So now let's hop back to our canvas pieces. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to put a simple vein going through the center of each leaf. All in all, for this 12 by 16 frame, I think I had about 20 leaves. I could have used a few more. So if you want to do this project, I would suggest picking up at least one more canvas from the Dollar Tree, if not two. Again, that 2-pack is only $3, so I would just get that. But anyway, once you do the little veins on your leaf, you're going to get some type of a jewelry wire, again, that's bendable. You don't want it to be as thick as the main branches that you created, so go with something that's a little thinner. And then you're going to cut about a 6-inch piece of that and glue it to the back of your leaves. What this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you not only to attach leaves together so that you can make a bunch of them, but it's also going to make it so that you can mold your leaves into a position that you like. And you'll see that in a second. But anyway, I just took a little more hot glue and sealed that wire down onto the canvas with that. So here is the leaf, and you're going to see now I can actually bend it into different positions, and it gives it more of a natural look, okay? So I did that to all of the leaves. Then I got out my hole punch, and I punched out some, I'm sorry, not a hole punch, circle punch, punched out some 2¼ inch circles. You don't need the fancy punch. Just get something that is about the same diameter, trace it, and cut it out, okay? I need 3 of those circles. Then we're going to come back to our little pieces, and this is where you're going to sit down in front of the TV and have a little bit of fun. This is very relaxing to do, by the way. I sat here all night making these little tiny petals, and what I did here was I just nipped off the corners to make it come into a point, and then I hot glued the bottom and pinched it together so that it formed a little petal. We're going to turn all of these little pieces of canvas into a beautiful dahlia flower. If you have some little rubber silicone tips for your fingers, you may want to do that, put those on, because I did get my fingers quite a few times, but that's why I always like to wear rubber gloves, because I just don't have to deal with any of this. But anyway, here's my bowl of little petals, and now I'm going to show you how to create a flower out of them. So you're going to take your little round circle that you cut out, add a little bit of hot glue, and stick a petal into it. You're going to do that around the entire outside border of the round circle. This is really simple, fun type of project. When you're putting the glue, or I'm sorry, the flower petals into the hot glue, you may just want to hold on to it for about 5 to 10 seconds, just so that hot glue has time to grab onto the canvas. But anyway, as I was saying, you're going to place these little petals along the entire outer border of the little circle. This is just a small dahlia flower. You can make bigger ones, make your strips a lot longer when you cut them, a lot wider. It's the same technique, same directions, just you want to make the sizes a little bit larger. So once you fill in that entire outer circle, you're going to now put a petal in between each one of the last petals. And you're going to do that all the way around again. And I'm not going to bore you with watching me glue down each one of these petals. It's pretty straightforward. Just place one in between the previous row that you completed. Once you go ahead and place them in between each of the last petal, you're going to work on the next row. So you're working inwards on this little paper circle, which, by the way, that was just some construction paper that I used. I'm sorry, not construction paper, poster board. It was just a piece of scrap poster board. All right, so you're working inwards. So once you complete that round area, you're going to come in and then you're going to fill in between each of those and continue to go on and on and on until it's a full flower. So now here we go with the next row, and I'm just going to put this on time lapse really quick. And when you're done filling in the top of the flower, this is what it's going to look. If you want it to be even more full, you could flip this over and work from the back, but this was good for my project. So I made 3 of those. And once I was done with those, I got my leaves back out and started painting them with this beautiful new gold that I found on Amazon. It's a gold acrylic paint. The thing is, it has a lot of reviews saying that customers return this item often. And I don't know why, because it was really a beautiful gold paint and it worked beautifully. So I don't know, maybe there's some unhappy people out there, but I was really happy with the shimmer in it. So I painted all of the leaves gold, 2 layers of it. And then I remembered I had these faux pearls from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use those in the center of my flowers. I'm just going to place some hot glue down in the center there and plop those little pearls right down in there, maybe. So again, I made 3 of them. I think that I should have probably made a few more, maybe 5, but I wanted to get this video out and show you just the techniques. I'm not so worried about how many flowers I have at this point or how many leaves. I wanted to show you how to do it so that you can maybe try to do this. So now we're moving back to the leaves that they're dried. We got to kind of skip around in these projects while we wait for things to dry. And I'm taking the wires that I left on the leaves and I'm twisting them all together to create a bunch of leaves, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend them into various angles so that they look realistic. And I'm going to attach everything to that frame that we made. And let me just say that I didn't have time to do this, but if you add some fairy lights to this piece of wall art, it's going to look stunning at night. But I get too ahead of myself here. Let's attach these leaves to the branches that we made. And the way I'm going to do that is the big stem that I made, I'm going to stick it through one of the holes in the original wiring that I placed on the frame. And I'm going to kind of attach everything for now with hot glue just to show you guys how it looks. but I do recommend using real glue too. Like that fix-all glue is really strong. So attach it with hot glue just to have that temporary hold, but then go back in once you're done and add some of that real adhesive to make sure it's a permanent piece of art for your wall. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding hot glue wherever those electrical cords make contact with my canvas pieces, okay? And that's what you're going to do as well with the hot glue and then with some permanent glue. So some of these stems I don't need, so I'm just going to cut them off and I'm going to arrange everything onto my frame to figure out how I like it, and then I'll glue it all down. But we're wrapping up here on this video, so I want to know what you think. Is it a cool idea? We made this out of 2 Dollar Tree canvases and some electrical wire. I mean, I think it's a beautiful piece of art when it's done, and I hope you do too. If you enjoyed this video, my friend, please remember to click like, leave a comment, even if it's your favorite emoji. You don't have to leave any words. There's also a hype button. You can hype this video, which lets YouTube know that you enjoy my tutorials. And there is a description to the video that lists a way to follow me. You could join my art group, yada, yada, yada. So here we are, my friends. I'm gluing on those flowers. It's the last step, and then we're going to take a look at this. Again, I'm lacking enough leaves and flowers, but at least you get the gist. One thing I want to remind you, don't be a do-do-do like me and use the back of your canvas when you are making this. I forgot that's where the staples came out, and you can see the little holes. So make sure you use the front of it, okay? I love you all. I want to thank you so very much for joining me. And let me just show you what this would look like up on a wall. I used one of those editor apps to put your painting on the wall to give you an idea. I just think it's beautiful. Add in a little bit of orangey copper to the base of those leaves. Put a little more oomph into it than I did. Again, I was just trying to show you the idea. But anyway, let me show you this, what it looks like up on a wall. Now, how unique is that? All from a Dollar Tree canvas and a few wires. I love you all. I want to thank you so, so very much for joining me today. And until the next time, which is next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, have a great week ahead and happy creating.